Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Carrie. Today's topic, you can't be the best without the rest. Now, this kind of came from, and say hi to little man, he's going to join us. He just woke up from a nap. This came from a little bit of my past. I don't know, he's going to jump back there. This picture of his butthole. Little man, stop. Okay. He's got, I think, toys or something back there. Anyway, this topic came from me thinking about a lot of times in my youth when I was the last one chosen on a team or the last girl available to dance, or I was never as good as the rest of them. I was raised in the country. I'm more of a tomboy, didn't wear a lot of makeup or anything like that. And so it got to be, I wasn't fitting in with the rest of them. I definitely wasn't going to be the best at anything. Um, so really got thinking about those who always have to be the best. And throughout my career, I've noticed that there's always somebody fighting to be the top dog. And when they do that, they seem to have this like purpose that they have to be the best and they got to beat everybody else out, and they will literally go to massive extremes. They always have to prove themselves right. So there's a lot of argumentative behavior. They think they know everything. They're going to tell you everything, like there's some kind of dictionary or something, and ultimately you can sit down and know, I know a lot about everything, but not everything about something. And a lot of times I will sit with these kind of people and just, I let them talk. Even though I'm like, no, that's wrong, or that's wrong. I let them be, because they're going to be very argumentative if it's going to become a debate. And the vast majority of times, whether it be in career or social setting, I just don't want to debate. I don't think there's any real need for it myself. And they'll also crawl over everybody else to get to the top. So they will bury people alive, so to speak, just to make sure that they're the top dog, that they are the best at it. They'll steal your ideas, they'll steal your thoughts, they'll take credit for things you did, and the good person just sits back and goes, okay, whatever, I'm not going to argue and fight with this person. They almost treat life like they're so caught up in having to be the best at everything that they start treating life like it's just a game. I don't know that they're really living, because they're playing this game to be the winner of everything, to show that they're the best at something, and they have the best of everything, and they've accomplished everything, and they have all this power and control over you, type attitude. And it doesn't matter who they wipe out. It's almost like they want to wipe everybody out until they're the only person that's left. Like there's nobody else to debate with. There's nobody else to challenge them. However, if you really want to be the best, because you can't, if you're the only one in the game, like it's like playing Monopoly by yourself. You're going to win every time because you're the only one playing. So if you don't have the rest of the people around because you've burnt them out, you can't be the best. There's no one left. It's just you in your own little lonely world. And to me, that seems a little sad. To be at that point, I don't know, maybe they like it, but you're still not the best, because you can't be the best if the rest don't exist. The rest have to be there and have a purpose in order for you to be the best. So truly, in order to be the best, you don't demean and hurt the other people. You love them so that they'll stick around. You don't try to bury them alive because you need them to be breathing. And I really, started questioning the people that are on top. It's like, are you really the best? Are you? Or did you just force your way into that position? How did you get there? Is really the ultimate question. People need to really stop fighting to be in that top spot. It's like a bunch of Hitlers trying to convince everybody that only their ideals and morals are the right things, that they have this solo spot, they have all the power and control, and everybody's just going to bow to everything they say. And really, if you do have anybody in that camp, they're just a bunch of wannabes. They want to be you. And they're going to fight and do things that have no integrity and no morals to be you because that's what they've seen you do. So you get a camp of wannabes that you think you control, and ultimately you control none of them because they're so busy trying to be you that they're going to step right over you. If you lose all the people that are below you and you're the only one left, meaning you cut people out by culture, by race, by looks, by size, you're weaning those categories. Pretty soon there's not going to be anybody left. Now, it really teaches me that that person's not the best. They're not better than anybody else. The rest are actually the best versus that person. Now, I know, okay, take my hairstyle. It's kind of from the 80s. And most recently, there's this guy who's just a neighbor. And I'm just trying to be his friend. And we were friends with benefits for a while. And I don't really know that anybody really knew that. There was benefits on the side. But he may have said something to this one girl that he knew from high school. And she stopped by to visit. And I saw her and we said hi. Did not become friends or have any kind of serious conversation. This is a whole drama fest, I'm telling you. So we had gone swimming. Well, he gone swimming with her and her daughter earlier in the day. We went to a beach with him and his son later in the day. Then she stopped by and was visiting in his apartment. He's going through a divorce, so he has a soon-to-be ex-wife out there. And apparently, and I saw her as I was going out to smoke a cigarette. Yes, I still smoke. And, so we said hi to each other. It was amicable. But then he had a few beers and ended up divulging that I would have been the type of person they picked on. My skin's too white. I'm not tan enough. Well, I'm not tan because I'm working all the time, so I'm not out in the sun a lot. Plus, I have natural red pigment in my hair, so I burn. So I'm not, big at sitting out in the sun or in the water for long periods of time because I enjoy sleeping, and when you burn, you don't sleep for a week. So anyway, that's my own personal problem. But so she was picking on supposedly my hairstyle. Oh my gosh, she's from the 80s. Oh my gosh, she's so old. Oh my gosh, she's too white. So I end up hearing this stuff, and I'm just laughing. So why is she tearing me down? And before he even told me that stuff, it was more like, I'm like, well, she's a nice girl, and she's very, very beautiful, and blah, blah, blah. And, why don't you try hooking up with her? And I'm encouraging a relationship. And then I find out, this girl just threw me under the bus. It does not change. I'm going to think about her. Because personally, I think she was jealous. I think there was complete jealousy of, oh my gosh, this is a neighbor, and I kind of like him. But then she turned him down anyway later when he did opposition her. And she's still, in the picture. She's just waiting for the divorce because apparently she knows the ex-wife or something. So, but she's trying to be the best at everything by trashing other people. So she can trash other people, she can push them out of the way, and then she kind of owns the mind control and the power in that situation. So it's people like her that's like, I'm not going to sink to that level because that's not who I am. And if there wasn't competition, sweetheart, you wouldn't even be interested. Okay? There's only an interest because there's competition. But, okay, now this isn't really part of the video, but I gotta finish the tail end of that story. So, at the end of the day, I knew I was doing laundry. So I had to go past this person's apartment to go get my laundry. And I heard her talking in there. I thought, oh, she's visiting. That's cool. I went upstairs. I get up here, and he lives directly below me. And apparently the ex-wife shows up, and she was sitting outside the door listening because you could hear everything that was being said in the main room. And then the girl went to have a cigarette, opened the door, and the ex-wife was standing there. Oh my god. This guy has more drama than 10 women. I tell you. I actually enjoy where I'm living because I get to enjoy somebody else's drama besides mine. So, anyway, yeah, I guess there was a huge explosion. She had to leave. And I'm kind of like, in a way, for me it was like instant karma. Because I didn't know what she said about me for a couple days later. But yet, I sat back and I thought about that. I go, that was like instant karma. You trashed me and look what happened. So you thought you were better than I am. Instead of, encouraging, me, like, oh, she seems like a very nice person. No, that's to trash everything she can about me so that she can try to one up. And I'm like, and I'm not competing. So I'm like, no, she's really nice. Well, you should try, you really had your heart set on her all these years, ask her out, do, something. Well, a few days after that, he did try to kiss her, and boy, did she put the brakes on that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, it seemed like she really liked you. I think the deal is just that he's in a divorce, and she knows the wife, and that'll happen that night, and she's like, oh, I'm not getting involved in this type thing. Drama. Everybody's got drama, and I just sit back and go, oh, ain't that great? Not getting involved. I'm not making your problem mine. There's a video on that. Go look it up. Anyway, getting back to being the best, though. To really be the best, if we're going to look at this from an ultimate perspective, you have to have a collaboration of differences in your group. Okay, your cultures, your races, your body sizes, your looks, hair color and style, whatever you are judging people on. If you do not have a collaboration of all those different things, you do not have the mind power to be the best. You just don't. You need all of those collective minds and talents to actually master something, believe it or not. And then you also inspire the rest of the world to want to be that way, to have this collaboration. And the more we collaborate, the better world we create. So somebody who's of solo power is not the best. The best person is somebody who's inspiring a world to change in the right direction. Not me, 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 gimme, 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 gimme. Okay? It's about sharing. Share the power. And create the best. That's my philosophy. If you disagree or differ or have different opinions or different ideas, let me know. Put them in the comments. I have no problem. I'm a very open-minded person. I would love to hear it. Other perspectives are a great thing to see because I haven't experienced those. The Bible phrase I came up with for this one is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 19. And it says, for though I am free for all men, I have made myself a slave to all, so that I may win more. And that truly is true. Those who are at the lower level, who are a slave to those above, will have greater reward. Now, maybe you won't experience it here on earth, but you're earning your treasure in heaven. and you will win ultimately in the very end. So keep that in mind. On that note, love you.